Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the lands of Warhammer. I am sorry for missing a couple days here recently with uploads, but I have been going through some pretty personal stuff outside of YouTube, so that is why I've been absent. But we are back. We are returning to see the War of Elves. Both sides having missiles flying through the air into each other, and you can see just how devastating some of these shots are, already hitting some of these dark elves and doing a decent amount of devastating damage. But they are mainly targeting the generals here, generals not being a horrible target by any means, but the dark elves are holding their position firm while their own Reaper bolt throwers continue to throw bolts back at the high elves that are pushing across this open field. Now the high elves very good in melee, the dark elves also very good in melee, so this is going to be a clash of titans as we see these silver helms pushing on the far left here, going after what appears to be the Ravagers of Rakarth. And then we also have a dragon in the air as well. We have the sun dragon flying on the far left, currently being pinned down by some more enemy fire. Now the high elves have begun opening fire on what appears to be the supreme sorcerers here in the middle, dealing a lot of damage to her. Already down to under 3,000 health. That is horrible for the dark elves. They need to keep her alive in this battle, and the infantry clash here in the middle has started, guys. You're seeing that we have some two-handed axes. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce what's happening there. Some two-handed axes squaring off against some halberds by the looks of it. Two-handed axes, of course, being on the side of the high elves, and the halberds, of course, being on the side of the dark elves. So a nice clash going on here in the middle. Over on that left, where we initially saw that sun dragon flying around, it appears as if they are going on a wide flank here, taking a little bit of damage and getting in the right position. But getting this wide flank is going to be big for them, as we are also starting to see that there's another sun dragon kind of hiding in the tree line there, being reinforced by some scions of Mathlin. So these guys are pushing through the center. Looks like they might be trying to get to these bolt fiends here, who are a shielded crossbow unit. Very interesting indeed. Back over in the middle, as we go back to normal speed, we still see that the high elves are taking a little bit of fire here. We have some Illyrian Reaver archers taking some fire from probably some more bolt fiends back here. Yes, some more bolt fiends, and some black arc corsairs doing a decent amount of damage as this clash continues to go into middle. I believe that we just saw some harpies flying into the melee fight here, and now the sun dragons have landed. You're starting to see that the dark elves are landing their own. We have a Charybdis fighting here in the middle alongside the black dragon. So this middle has turned into a complete cluster. The high elves trying to do everything that they can to continue this push and win the push, but they are not winning the flanks. They are fighting in the middle hard, but they are not winning the flanks. Although on the far left, we are starting to see that these silver helms and that sun dragon are starting to do a decent amount of damage to that left flank. Mainly those archer horse units, and here in the middle you can just see how much chaos is going on. I mean, look at this. Look at this battle scene. Absolutely beautiful. Taking a couple screenshots there. You know, gotta have your options when it comes to the thumbnail. But anyways, we still are seeing that these oh my goodness, this thing is disgusting. The Charybdis is just ripping through the high elf lines right now. Man, still at 9,300 health too, and is sitting at 26 kills. Absolutely devastating. We are starting to see that we have a noble returning for the high elves flying back in, but for the most part the high elves are focusing mainly on that center. Although they are winning heavily on the left flank, we are now starting to see that those iron helms and that sun dragon are starting to push through the tree line. Sun dragon now in the air, as is now going to have to oppose some harpies here, but excellent fire shots going into those harpies, downing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and these harpies are having to retreat out of that fight. As now we're starting to see that the sun dragon is setting up here in the tree line, looking to continue that fight. The left flank is now firmly in favor of the high elves. The right flank of the dark elves is now collapsing down onto those high elves. An excellent strategy of kind of overwhelming the enemy there. So they're doing an excellent job of that, as more high elven arrows start to just continue to try to take out some of this missile infantry here in the back. As you can see that these guys are starting to take a toll on the high elves. 21 kills here. We have 3 kills there, 0, 2, 21. So about 50 kills in total going for those archers there in the back, as the High Elves are continuing to try their best at taking out some of these Dark Elves. But the Dark Elves are doing a great job at holding these High Elves back. High Elves taking lots of casualties for every one Dark Elf that they are taking down, especially here in the middle where that Charybdis is just ripping apart this High Elf center. But you can see it's wavering because it is surrounded, being attacked in the rear. As you can see here, it is exhausted, it is on fire, and it is at 5,500 health. It has 44 kills. The Black Dragon with 70 kills, but both monsters being out early in this fight is going to cause mass disarray in the lines of the Dark Elves. And you can see that the Dark Elves are starting to break. Their back lines being hampered by some Sun Dragons and stuff like that are starting to really take a massive effect here, as the generals are now fighting in the back. You see that the High Elf general is back here squaring away with some Harpies and some dual melee infantry. But guys, the High Elves have broken through. It is going to take a miracle for the Dark Elves to win it at this point in the battle. They're going to need big rallies. Ladies and gentlemen, big rallies will not be coming in this battle today. So up on the screen is the battle results right now, guys. If you guys did enjoy this one and would like to see more like it in the future, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and sub button, guys. And of course, I will see you all next time. Peace.